Thanks again for stopping by, everybody. This is Tasting Room Wine with Bacchus Bruce. Pleased to have you here this evening. Got a good-looking food and wine pairing. The 2017 Urban Legend Vermentino coming out of Lodi, and have some cherry nut clams. Beautifully done, steamed with lime juice, a little bit of blush wine, parsley and garlic, and then some little toast points made up with my trusty toaster oven. Just a little simple garlic bread. Nothing too fancy here, but really a fantastic looking dish here. So when I first tried this wine, when I was at the tasting room a couple weeks ago, I was thinking, boy, oh boy, this is just the quintessential seafood shellfish wine. And sure enough, at the Seafood City supermarket in nearby Union City, Filipino themed supermarket, they've got some just gorgeous large clams. $2 a pound, works out to about 75 cents a clam. Really delicious. So really excited about this food and wine pairing. Something really not that hard to do. It seems fancy in a restaurant, but you're really just steaming them until they open up. So let's go ahead and quickly revisit the wine here. Again, $24 retail at the tasting room, though there are discounts on quantity or being a club wine member. So what I remember mostly about this wine is the great acidity and the nice mineraliness. And the clean finish, just really not a very thought-provoking wine by any means. Just one of those wines that just really great for summer, though we are moving into fall. But I just really remember being screaming out for shellfish. So let's go ahead and see what we got here. Kind of jazzed up the broth a little bit here. Kind of do it to taste. You don't want to add too much salt. You don't want to add too much garlic, because there's going to be a salt component in the clams, of course. But by steaming it closed, you capture all the juices that the clams release when they open up, and that's really the basis of a delicious dish. So you could even throw this onto some pasta or something, or just eat it by itself. So really terrific, a lot of wonderful saline influence. And again, I think shellfish, being from the sea, and Vermentino typically being grown in proximity to the sea, really makes a natural food and wine pairing. Liguria and Sardinia in Italy really are the two kind of homes for Vermentino historically. Though Lodi, with the McCullough River nearby, depending on how close you are, you can certainly pick up some of that moderating influence from the river and make beautiful fruit. So let's just go ahead and jump right into one of these big clams here. They just look absolutely terrific. And again, when you're shopping for shellfish, ideally you really want to try to get clams or mussels that are still closed. Once they're open, they could still be okay, but by having them sealed absolutely shut, you know that you have a pretty good chance of having some really fresh seafood. So wonderful. The clams are just terrific. Not too chewy. Certainly don't want to overcook them by any means, because it doesn't take much. Once they open up, they're pretty much done. And by keeping them steamed, you do keep the moisture inside and keep them, to a certain extent, still soft and supple, but it's really easy to overcook these. And just wonderful flavor. So let's see how it pairs with the wine here. And it's always been said that the best Vermentinos have a little bit of a saline influence to them, or a nice mineraliness to them. And certainly the food is kind of driving that into the wine. It's really a fantastic pair. As you can imagine, clams are pretty rich, so you definitely need something with some good acid to kind of offset that a little bit, and the Vermentino does just a terrific job of that. So I'm very excited about this food and wine pairing, and I hope you are too. Again, something you don't have to just hold out for going to a restaurant, just easy to do in the home. Seafood City Supermarket, the closest one to me is Union City. There are others here in the Bay Area. And the Vermentino 2017 Urban Legend Oakland, California Winery, sourcing Lodi fruit. So thanks again for stopping by. This is a tasting room wine with Bacchus Bruce. Always pleased to have you here. And enjoy the rest of your evening. Thanks for stopping by. We'll see you next time.